Hi guys, welcome to my channel Vinyl Beauty, or welcome back. I'm Debbie if you don't know me. So in this video we're going to be doing a bit of a mashup of GLAMLITE products to create a look. And I've been really into GLAMLITE just lately because I love all of these pop culture collabs that they've been doing. And I've been collecting quite a few of their products over the last 2 or 3 months. Never shown that I've got them. I don't really do hauls so much on this channel anymore, so you probably don't know that I have them. And I just thought it might be fun to combine products from different collections that they brought out and create a look that you wouldn't think these collections go together to create. So that's what we're going to do today. So I've got a bunch of products here that will be my first time that I'll be trying them. So I say we're going to do cheeks and eyes in this video. So even if you don't have these products, it might give you some inspiration for a very spring summer look, because we're going to be doing a pinky red, orangey red, green look in this video. So if all that sounds good to you, let's just hop straight into the video. So we're going to be using the Strawberry Shortcake palette. Super excited for this because, as I say, it's my kind of tones. Love reds and greens and the combination of the two. So yeah, super excited for that. But I only picked up that from the collection and I was like, well, I need a blush, I need a highlight. And I've got the full Chucky collection, and I kind of missed the boat to make a video because it came out for Valentine's. As I say, I've got it all, but I thought we could use the blush in this video. And I've also got most of the original Scooby-Doo collection, so we're going to use the highlight from that in this video as well. You guys will have to let me know if you want to see dedicated videos on the Chucky collection and on the Scooby-Doo collection that came out for Halloween, because as I say, I've got the majority of the products. I've got all of the Chucky and I've got the majority of the Scooby collection, but kind of just a bit late to the game to put videos up. But if you want to see them, more than happy to do it. But for this video, as I say, I wanted to do a summery look and I thought the Strawberry Shortcake would be perfect for that. So we're going to start with blush. I'm obsessed with the packaging that GLAMLITE bring out. This lenticular packaging is magical. I buy products just for the packaging, quite honestly, sometimes, and that is just stunning to me. This is the blush, and I won the blush lottery here, guys, because most people have said that their blush, both hearts, have got the same colour. Mine have got completely different colours. It might not look so on camera, I'm not sure. Most people have just got this pinky colour in both pans, but this one's a lot more orange toned in person, like more peachy, and that one's more of a candy pink. We're going to be using the peachy one today. And that shade, you probably see it a bit better back here actually. That shade is called Bad Girls, and we're going to use that. And I want kind of a blush draping kind of effect because I'm going to bring my eyeshadow into my blush. So we're going to go quite high up with this blush and go quite intense with it. So I haven't really got contour on or anything because I'm using this blush to kind of chisel out my cheeks, but also, as I say, as a bit of a blush draping situation. And this brush that I'm using here from Certify is my favourite for that. It's completely flat and it's quite dense. So it works well for like this sort of placement where I really want it where I want it, rather than a general sort of wash of blush on the cheeks. I really want it to be precisely coming round here. That is beautiful. I've never tried a GLAMLITE blush product, as I say. I bought the Berrylicious palette, the Strawberry Shortcake one, in the sale. They had a sale at Easter and really good prices, which combats the horrific shipping to the UK. That's the only thing with GLAMLITE. If you're in the UK, the cheapest shipping you can get, even if you just buy one product, is $35. Yes, you heard that correctly, $35. Insane. I've just bought the newer Scooby-Doo collection, you know, the summery one they brought out. Bought the entire collection and that was $69. Absolute insanity, but the products are good, the packaging's amazing, and they're quite cheap, so it kind of combats it to a degree. But I still think they could look after their international customers way better than they do. Like, everybody's going on about how good value they are as a brand, but they're not if you're in the UK, really. Although there are codes for 15% off, which does help as well. Love that blush, obsessed with that. That's a lot of blush, I'm aware, but that's kind of what I wanted. In fact, I don't know if I've got quite as much on this side as I have on the other side, so we might go with just a little bit more. It's so, so pretty. The highlights also got that amazing packaging. It's beautiful. These are going to be difficult to show the shifts on camera, but the top one is pinky and the bottom one is kind of a green shift. So we're going to use the bottom one. And this is going to be one of these sparkly, sparkly magical highlights, which I haven't worn in quite some time because I've been doing a lot more subtle makeup, not so glittery, and but we're going for it in this one. Oh my god, look at it. Oh, look at it. It's stunning. This is going to catch the light so well. It's actually sunny today. I don't know what's going on because the UK's weather has been the worst. Like, it was 10 degrees centigrade yesterday, and it's May. It should be much better than that. But today the sun has come out. It might be there for 5 minutes and I'll miss it because I'm filming, but it is out. So if it's still out when I go outside, I'm going to be sparkly and glowy in the sunshine when we have our barbecue later. Alright, so onto the Strawberry Shortcake palette then. I have no prior knowledge of Strawberry Shortcake. I think this is a US cartoon. I've googled it. It does say that it came out in 2003. I think I was just too old for it to be a thing for me, so I didn't buy it because of the collab. But what I did buy it for is the beautiful colour story. There's some very shifty, sparkly shimmers in here. It's got a lot of depth in here. I think this palette could be a Christmas palette if you're not careful. So you've got to be careful, you know, if you want it to be Christmas, you could really create a good Christmas look with it. It could also be great for Valentine's, but we want to create a springtime, summertime kind of vibe with it. So these don't have names. I'm going to be going in with this shade and this green here, so kind of keeping things a bit lighter. This one's quite neon in person, so that's going to look super pretty, I think. And probably going to be using these two as lid shades, and I'm going to keep it fairly simple today. I'm of course going to go in with a white base because anything that's neon or pastel or quite light always benefits from a white base, and if you've been here before, you know I use this base practically all the time in any case. Okay, so we're going to be doing a bit of a two-tone crease in this look. So we're going to start with this shade here, and that's going to be my outer corner and kind of onto my lower lash line here as well. Going in with a Singe EO4 and packing that in the outer corner. I might have to add just a tiny bit of depth with the deeper red because that makes me a bit more comfortable than having things too bright. But such a beautiful tone. It's like that strawberry tone, isn't it? Really bright and neon and pretty, and not the kind of makeup I do very often because I normally go a lot deeper than this, so that's one of the reasons I was excited to do this one today. As I say, I want to do a two-tone crease. I want the red more prominent in the look than the green, so probably going about 2/3 of the way across, and I do want to bring that onto my lower lash line as well. So I'm just tipping the brush on its edge to make sure we've joined that in the outer corner. That is such a pretty eyeshadow, really pretty. Just going to use the EO2 brush just to blend gently around the edges. I honestly don't think I want to bring in another shade to blend out with because I don't want to change this to pink because I love that watermelon kind of tone that it's got. That's so pretty. So I say, just want to deepen up a little bit in the outer corner, so we're going to go in with this shade here to do that. Just press that just in that very outer corner. Won't really require any blending into the other shade because they're very similar tone to one another, but just give me that little bit more depth that I'm more comfortable with. Don't need to worry about the fall down on the lids there because going to be covering that with shimmers anyway. I was so tempted to just do a red eyeshadow look because they're my favourite, but I thought we need to try some of these greens as well, and don't really have the time to do two looks today, so that's what we're doing. Taking a flat definer and just creating a bit more depth just in this outer corner as well. Just pressing that on there. Now I've wiped off the EO2 brush on a makeup towel and I'm going to go into this shade here. I'm just going to pack that in the inner part of my crease. As I say, because these are a bit more pastel-y colours. I hope we don't end up with too much of a Christmassy look. That's the only trouble with combining reds and greens, I think. When we get to the middle, just going to tap over but not really blend, because they won't blend into a nice colour at all. It's a nice minty shade though, really pretty. Now I've laid the colour down, I'm just using that same brush just to fluff around the edges of that colour. Then in with NYX glitter primer. I'm going to take that all over the lid and slightly up into the crease here. And the two lid shades I'm going to use are these two. So I'm going to use this one nearer the red, this one nearer the green. And this is a really beautiful colour because it's got a bit of a gold shift in there. Pretty duochrome. They're mostly duochromes in this palette, which is really nice to see. On the inner part, also I wanted more of a green on the inner part here, so this is quite an iridescent-y shade, but I think it's so pretty. I wanted to keep things light in tone rather than using the deeper green that's in there. And this has very much got the kind of shift to it that the highlight has. Just bringing that up into the crease a bit. I'm going to just spend a bit of time going backwards and forwards between the pinky red and the green on the lids, just to give them a blend here. On this part of the lower lash line that we've got no shadow on at the moment, I'm just going to go in with this shimmer shade. Then as an inner corner highlight, we're going to use this one, which is probably the lightest in the palette. It's got a really pretty reflect in it. Just popping that in the inner corner just for a magical hint of sparkle there. Okay, so that's the look to this point. Just going to hop off camera for mascara, something in my waterline and a lip, and I'll be back with you to show you the completed look. Okay guys, this is the finished look, and it's strawberries on my eyes, isn't it? It's just such a spring summer look, and yeah, I really love it actually. It's not like me to do a lot of summer makeup. Like you might have noticed, I kind of disappear on my channel in the summer because it's really not my kind of thing, but I'm really trying to push myself to like get into different styles of makeup and different vibes, you know. And yeah, I really love how this has turned out. I didn't want it to turn out like a Christmas look, and I think it does still have that spring, summer, as I say, strawberry, watermelon kind of vibes about it. And yeah, I think it's really pretty. To finish off the look, I haven't used any like wing liner or anything. I have like just blended the edges of that shadow out a little bit more. But it looked a little bit harsh when I got off camera, so I've blended that a bit more to bring it into the blush a little bit. And then in my waterline, I've gone in with a white pencil. This is LH Cosmetics White Core, one of my favourite white pencils. I always think a white in the waterline just really opens up your eyes, goes with everything. This is a fantastic pencil. And then for lips, this is the first run for this lipstick. It's one of my new ones I bought from Melt. It's in the shade Belladonna 2. And it's really got those strawberry vibes to it. I think it's the perfect match for that outer corner shade that I've got going on there. Just such a pretty lipstick. So yeah, I'm feeling very spring and summer today. So the palette, I had a lot of fun with this palette, and I have got no emotional connection to Strawberry Shortcake, as I say. It's not something that came from my childhood. I'm way too old to have this on my radar at all. But anything that's like a tie-in with anything pop culture always catches my attention. Got this for a song as well, as I say. I picked it up in the sale at Easter time, and I'm really impressed with it. I think the tones in here are my kind of tones anyway. I've always loved greens and reds and pinks, but there's something a bit special about the shimmers in this palette, and it's very hard to show it on camera, but they've got very iridescent kind of sparkliness to them. They're just gorgeous, very special. The blush as well is super pretty. I just love that colour. I think that's stunning, and works really well for a summery look. Despite this being a blush that came out in winter time, it's definitely good for summer too. And I just love a sparkly highlight, so it's been fun to wear a colourful highlight again, which I haven't done for quite some time. So I had a lot of fun creating this one. If you don't have any of those products, I'm sure you've got similar colours in your collection. It might have just given you a bit of inspiration to create a strawberry look for summertime. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're new to my channel, hope you might consider subscribing before you go. Also, let me know down in the comments, do you want to see a dedicated Chucky collection video? I know the Chucky collection is being restocked at the moment, or very soon. And would you like to see a dedicated video with the older Scooby-Doo collection, so the collection that this came from? I'd love to do it if that's what you want to see. But other than that, guys, hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are. Hopefully catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.